Okay, well, that was that was a good start, to say the least. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Christian. I know you're doing your very best to deal with some very unknown circumstances that are not allowing us to enjoy the good sound that we normally have. These things do happen, but what did Mark Hughes teach? What did he teach all of us? No problem. Here we are. I'm really excited. Welcome, everybody. Is everybody excited for this supervisor workshop? I want you to stand up, open your video cameras, and make some movements. Let us see that you're there, because we got something very exciting lined up for today. It's going to be a really fun workshop for supervisors. I know we have a lot of people in different areas in the world. We're basically covering the 5 continents, and I want to especially congratulate all of the brand new supervisors. Congratulations, everyone, wherever you are. If you're here, it's because you're a supervisor, and obviously we trust upon you, your leadership, to allow this only for supervisors. Okay? This is the backbone of our business, and this session today, it's for you. This is the best investment you can make. Before we get started, let me ask you a question. How many of you are really agree with me that one of the biggest challenges in the world today has to do with the wellness problems people have? Yes? Raise your hand if you agree. And how many of you agree that another big issue we have in the world today? Yes, you can use the raise hand on the bottom line in your screen. Yes, very good. We want to be interactive, and also you can use the chat if you want to put a message. Let us know where you are, where you're getting connected from, and I know more people are just coming in. So how many of you agree with me that the other big challenge in the world today has to do with economical problems people have? Absolutely. Now, the big question is, how many of you really believe, and more than that, really know that we have the best solution for the average person? And how many of you are willing to go out there and help as many people help themselves? Well, that's what we do in Herbalife. And for those of you that don't know me, yes, my name is Alfred, and I started my business in Barcelona, where I was born 33 years ago. It seems like yesterday, actually. It's unbelievable. The amount of people I've met, the places I've visited, the things I've done. And you know what? I just feel I'm getting started. And so this is a very special session. So you want to be focused. You want to get rid of all your distractions, disconnect from everything other than this. I encourage you to take good notes. Guys, we have a speaker lined up for you today. It's somebody very dear to me that I got to know him many years ago. Okay, I'll tell you about him in a second. But what I want you to know, for those of you that don't know, that these schools came about because a large group of president's team, we decided it was time to take care of our supervisors around the world, to bring back the principles, the concepts, the stuff that will give you the strength to build your business no matter what, okay? And we are certainly going through some challenging times in the world. And if there was ever a time for this opportunity, is right now. This is the best time in history to go out in the world and help other people help themselves. Tell them your story. Tell them about this business opportunity, because we are going to experience the biggest growth in the next 5 to 10 years. So are you ready for today's workshop with a very special, great friend of mine, speaker? Yes? Are you ready? Raise your hands. Very good. And don't forget to write on the chat. Let us know where you're from, what are you doing. Say hi. We want to get as much interaction going on here. So this person I'm going to introduce to you is somebody I got to know a long time ago. And, initially we didn't really get on that well. And sometimes that happens, and usually they end up being your best friends, and then we really got to get on together, and we've been all over the world. We've been in all kinds of situations. We've had tremendous fun together, and it's very exciting for me. I've never thought that I'd be introducing him in a English-speaking supervisor school, but here we are, the extraordinary things we can do with Herbalife. And this gentleman, think about it, he comes from a traditional entrepreneur background. So think how many entrepreneurs you know, or the people you know in this moment that are going through a difficult time. This is the time to talk to as many entrepreneurs as you can talk to, because this is the kind of business, like our guest will tell us, that most entrepreneurs dream about, okay? So he comes from a background in business, traditional business. He got to know about Herbalife and initially got going like part-time, like a lot of people. How many of you started your business part-time and then you joined the business full-time? Exactly. So, and that's the power of a business, because your part-time story, like you'll hear in a minute, it's actually more valuable than some of our stories. After so many years, most people can't believe that these things are possible. So your part-time story, it's key to building your business. And he got going part-time with, good results. And then he somehow decided to get going full-time into the business. And then he had only one goal, which is to get to the president's team, which he reached. And just about 2 years ago, he joined the 15K level. So what I would like all of you is to help me welcome on this sort of virtual stage, global virtual stage, my very good friend. I call him a brother from another mother, okay? I even put on some serious clothes on because, he's a very cool guy, and I didn't want him to tell me off the way I was looking, so I put on the suit, and I hope he likes it. I was going to put a tie on, but I didn't want to be overdressed. But anyway, this guy has tremendous experience. Along with his wife, they've built a phenomenal business, and he'll tell us all about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world, let's welcome on this virtual stage my very good friend, 15K President's Team from Italy, my very good buddy and friend, Antonio Lanni. Are you there, Antonio?
Antonio, please unmute yourself.
But now I can do it. Sorry, I was not able before to open the mic. How are you, Alfred? Thank you for the introduction.
Antonio, you haven't changed in a long time.
Yeah, it's strange, right? Because I didn't change in the last 24 hours, isn't it?
Exactly. we better tell them, because we were together in a meeting actually yesterday. So great to see you again, and great to see that you haven't changed. It's all for you, my friend.
Let me tell you, after 2 days together, the third night together, it's a big challenge. Hi, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much, Alfred. And thank you also, Angela, because you invite me for this incredible training. So I'm very honored, and also I'm very, excited to be here tonight. So we're going to spend 1 hour together, and I want to start right away with some small suggestion, the things they do with my new supervisors. If you are agree with me,
Antonio,
yeah,
Antonio, excuse me. We can't see you. Is your video camera on?
yeah, it's on, right? It's on.
We can't see you.
I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you, all right? All right. Let me ask Kevin. Oh.
Yeah, please, because I also before I couldn't get on the mic because it was blocked from the the co-owner. So I see you very well, Alfred, by the way. So how is now? It's okay now?
I
That's
can see you
okay.
now. That's perfect. All right.
I haven't
all
done.
right.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Fantastic.
So,
We did it.
wow, we have a lot of people, so maybe we got some technical problem running. So thank you, Alfred. Let's start right away because I think we have just another 45 minutes together, maximum 1 hour. So before I tell you my story, and we will let we know a little bit better each other, let me tell you exactly what I do with my supervisor right away, okay? Because you are supervisor. You are, as I have heard say before, compliment for all the new supervisor in the last month, in the last 60 days, in the last 90 days. So compliment. So let's talk a different language tonight because you're not distributor anymore. So you are a supervisor. So the first thing that the supervisor has to know is what to do right away as a supervisor with their new distributor and future supervisor. So that's what I do. What I say is, first of all, write down, and this is good for everybody. It's also important for people like me, like Alfred. We are here already, we have a quite number of years in the company. So write down your list of person, okay? And keep that list update, okay? When we start, there was no mobile phone, no internet, no social. So our list was something that you have to invite over the phone, right? So you better do your list because today we have to understand what really led supervisor grow up in a marketing plan, all right? So first of all, write down your list. What do people normally say to me? Say, well, I'm not comfortable with my list. I would like to do advertising. Okay, I say it's nice to do advertising, but first of all, you need to to do some you have to be a little bit expert in what you say, how to say it, right? Because otherwise, I mean, you can do advertising, but you just throwing money from the window because the people will say no, they will maybe not listen to you. So your listed person, it's your personal free gym where you can start to talk with people. And by the way, today do your list worldwide because with internet, it's really a big window on the world. So the second thing I say to my new people, it's very important that now you're gonna be very confident with the product, on the product, okay? Because product, it's our business. Even if you arrive here for business, you better know the product. You better feel confident with that. Why? Let me tell you why. Because normally people, they think that we are selling the product. We never saw any product. We just, because all the company and on the market, we have a lot of company, they work in the same area. They are selling product, but we are selling results. It's two different things because today it's very easy. It's very comfortable to talk about Herbalife because our brand has a big awareness worldwide. So we need to understand that people want results instead of products. Sorry, I took some notes because, you know, when you have many years in this business, I mean, in 1 hour, maybe you wanna say many things, and I just chose the most important that I think is important for tonight. The third thing, very important, that I say to my new people, they need to have the big trust and confidence in our extraordinary opportunity. And let me tell you one important thing about this, guys. We have to understand that Herbalife, it's not a normal business, or, you know, let's say one-shot business. This is a life business. So keep yourself comfortable. Also, because if you hear, we have to talk about some very important issue, no, that we have to face with. When we become a supervisor and we are having some training like this, we have to also understand that we need to do what we've been doing till today better. You know, we are also willing to work more hours for our business, okay? And also go and work on those things where we are not comfortable, where we feel that we are weak. That's, you know, the main work that a new supervisor need to do every single day. So I think that we are all committed for a change, and also to grow in a marketing plan, but also to understand that because we are supervisor, we have a big chance to work introducing new people in this opportunity. Okay, that's the supervisor position opportunity. So I want to share with you my screen. So give me just a second. Okay, it will help me to go clearly and faster on our conversation. Okay, now we are supervisor, and the question that I love to ask to the supervisor is this one: what does success mean for you? This is a personal thing, you know. It's related to our philosophy, the way we think, the way we see ourselves. Okay, what success means for each one of us. Okay, there's a good question to ask to yourself. And the other thing that I know that I just understood here in this company, that successful people are made, not born. So all of us, we are in the same opportunity to become successful. Okay, and let's go through this in the next few minutes. This is a Jim Rohn quote that I really love, and the quote say, "Success is nothing more than a few simple discipline practiced every day." And that's, was one of the first thing that I wrote on my notes when I met Jim Rohn in my first training. And in my long experience in this company, I want to share with you the 7 simple things that every day, doesn't mind if you are a new supervisor, doesn't mind you have 1 year, 10 years, 30 years in this opportunity, we need to follow some good point. Those are mine, follow a plan. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to create new plan all the time. What I love to do since the beginning is to follow other leaders' plan. Mostly my upline at the beginning, And then I start to make to know many other leaders, and I implement in my plan what they was doing for their success. And very important, have a deadline for what you need to achieve through our marketing plan. Example, you had a deadline in qualifying supervisor. What is the next deadline you need to put on the paper tonight when you're gonna become war team, active team, when you're gonna step your first leg in getting qualification and so on. But also this is very important, especially on the third point, that we need to stay focused. I want to be honest with you. I don't think it's possible for myself to stay focused, every single day, lifelong. No. But if I have to go to a next level, I decide to go on focus timing that I need to achieve the next level. So also today is the best time of the year for you guys to stay focused and go on the next level. We just on March, so all the year is here. So what is the deadline this year you want to achieve, what you want to achieve, and stay focused on that. Be teachable. The full point, well, it's really, we can escape from there. Every day, every morning I wake up, it's a good day to learn something really new, or to insist again on something that it's not really good for me to do that day. But be teachable, and still be teachable is very important. The discipline, well, have a discipline. It's also very important because we are a nutrition business, and have a discipline on nutrition, looks very, very, important for people like us. I have been already 28 years in a company. Using the product every single day is a discipline. Did I have before? No, I didn't. Also do all the things we got to do every single day. It's a discipline. Guy, you have to face with this. Without discipline, nothing can on your project. So, and keep trying is it's something that I'm very strong on it, because I understood that I wasn't really intelligent person, but what I understood that if I was keep trying every single day again and again on the same point, well, it became really, really easy to me to do and have and succeed in that action. The other thing that I saw that stay in action always, it's also a basic important thing. It happened in my Herbalife career that I had the time that I was not really focused on action, and of course, I wasn't really satisfied. But every time I follow the 7 points, stay in action becomes something really, really normal every single day. Now, what the king question for everybody in this training tonight? Well, for me, when I work with the people that want to qualify supervisor, the time they, how long they take to become supervisor tells me a lot about people. Okay, many leaders, they arrived here in this opportunity for money. I was for me was business. I was really intrigued by the marketing plan. When I took my ID number, there was a product in there, and then I discovered the product. But I arrived to in Herbalife for the business. And what I understood right away was that the 50% was the right position to be. So please, it's not important now how long you've been, how long it takes for you to qualify supervisor, but you will see in your career that people that take too long, I mean, this is kind of people, they take a decision very quiet, they are very not really decided people, but people they really want to go on the business and succeed, they gotta do a supervisor in a timing no longer than 2 months, if they do half and half qualification. We have a many important thing, important way how to do supervisor. We have lines, we have volume group. So I mean, we really can do we can apply. Sorry, got a problem here, excuse me. Can you see me right? Yeah, okay. Hey guys, sorry for my English. I mean, Alfred Patron has amazing English. So I was born in South America. Spanish is my first language. Then I arrived in Italy and I learned Italian, and some English arrived also. So I apologize for that. So supervisor, they qualify fast, in my opinion, are people that really wants to go to the next level. So let's go also on this important part. What is important to understand for a supervisor right away? Your direct sale, it's for your daily needs, okay? Daily needs. But only recruitment, gives you the opportunity to build your team. And only your team can realize for you royalties and bonuses. And honestly, only royalty and bonuses makes us free. Okay? I know that you are taking notes, so I leave it for a second. Also, because why I want to talk about this? Because we're talking about multi-level marketing. Well, let me spend a few words about this. Multi-level marketing, it's a very generic, thing. Herbalife is a special multi-level marketing, something that really works and pay. But in the last 6-7 years, we've been through something that was we've been specialized in direct sale. A lot of customer. Hey, don't misunderstand me. Customers, very important, absolutely. But we are not just product sales people. Why? Because otherwise we are not using all the multi-level opportunities. So we work just with one tool. Okay. When we start to build the organization as fast as we can, we start to use all the three-dimensional opportunity that Herbalife has in his multi-level formula. Okay. Now, to build a team, it will take time. Yes, of course, it will take time. People will arrive, people they will leave, but end of the day, let me tell you that my over 15K check, we are looking, me and my wife working together to the 20K. We want to go on 20K this year. It's made by few people, first line. They've been auto-selected during the years. You understand? But to find those people, you need to put them, lots of them people. So don't focus on people they leave. It's not your business there. You know, Jim Rohn always told us, you know what, why people leave the business? And he say it's what do you say? What's a special word? It was it's a mystery. Okay, it's a mystery. And he say we are not paid to solve a mystery. We are paid to, you know, to build organization. And he was very right about this. So pay attention. Very important. If you are here with the expiring date on your face, hey, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. You have to go through no to find yes. You have to keep focus on the next one. Next one. Okay? Now, let me see what this is. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I forgot to tell at the beginning, but when I met Herbalife, I was honestly a very satisfied person. I come from a family that there was an immigrant from Italy, South of Italy, to South America. My father did, you know, good thing there. I mean, he made some money, but we were still immigrants. So I had the chance, thanks to them, to go and study in USA, business administration. But, you know, there was something missing. You know, immigrants, people, they are not from their country, but they're not people or citizen of the new country. They're still in the middle of the ocean. So what was in my mind was to succeed in some way, you know. So when I went back in Italy, because of my family decided to go back to Italy, I saw that at that time that the people doing entrepreneurs people, there was a kind of success people. So in my mind, I was pitching myself like to be entrepreneurs, but I didn't have any experience about that. So with another friend, we had the idea to create a franchising company, and we did. We worked like a crazy for 6 years. We didn't stop one single day. We didn't talk vacation. We was also, you know, we took a lot of money from banks, so we had to really give that money back. So it was a very, let's say, interesting but also heavy thing. We opened over 108 shops in Europe. We was working in franchising formula in food. I had till 60 employees in my company. So when I met Herbalife, I was attracted by something that in that moment was very important for me, to get free, because I was locked in a cage that I built by myself, you know. So when I went to the meeting and I started to hear the testimonials, don't forget one important thing: your testimonial, your story. It's a very important key for your business. So what it really impressed me was the people attitude, the face, the light in the eyes. You know, there was making money, but doing just not like working, but was just, that was the opportunity. I saw people with no time doing Herbalife and making money. So this really impressed me. Okay. And also in that time we had a big crisis, like today. There was a war back door. It was we had the Gulf War, and everything became very difficult like today. So Herbalife was in front of me, and I decided to find the way to do and to put some time on my day in Herbalife. It took me approximately 4 years, even 5 years, because my company was running good, 60 employees. We wasn't making some money. It was not easy to leave that. So it took me 4 or 5 years to sell the part of my company. And so after that, I really felt free. And all my dreams, they start to become really true, because Herbalife is really the key to go to a next life, a different life. So that's what I suggest you to, when you wanna have a business people, entrepreneurs in your organization. I mean, you talk about time. Get more time from themselves, because the successful people with their own company, believe me, they work like crazy. Okay, I had at that time over 20 kilo overweight. So when I find also the product, I start to use the product. I saw the testimonial. I say, wow, if the product works like that, we can make money. Then the product start to work for me. I tell you, I have 62 years in a few weeks. It works brilliantly. I see people with my age, they look my grandpa. So guys, the nutrition, Herbalife nutrition, is the best experience that we can do. Let others do the same experience. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, we don't need many tools. We don't need many things to understand. But two important things. You will see this in all the supervisor training. Okay, two things. For me, I put in my sequence. How many people did you recruit first line last month? Well, maybe you're here tonight because you're just brand new supervisor, but that's what you have to check next month. How many people you are introducing your first line this month? It's very important. And what was or what will be your personal volume this month? Well, let me tell you one thing. Normally your volume point growing, personal production growing in parallel way with the number of people you introduce every single month, first line in your downline. Because when we talk about put people first line recruiting, we have to work a little bit on our philosophy, how we think, how we see this business, so how we act with this opportunity. Because the opportunity is not a tool. The opportunity is in our mind. So we use and communicate with many parts of our body. So if we want to talk a little bit about your philosophy and understand if you really want to go in the right way in this opportunity, let's ask some question. Okay, go. You don't have to answer me. I don't need that you answer me. I hope that you can answer yourself. So write down and then you answer yourself. It's very important. So first of all, why you are here? Why? Why is the most important thing. Why? And another important thing, what is your purpose? What is? Because if you want to put people in your organization and you don't have the right purpose, I mean, what are you going to tell them? So, and the last but not the least question, why you want to succeed with Herbalife? Okay, these three questions set up your philosophy. And your philosophy determines how you talk. Okay. And by the way, when you think, you talk, you're gonna hear what you say. So you do auto, let's say, auto. You grow with the right mental setup. Okay. So recruiting is related to your why. Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing about my why, that at the beginning, that I find that this is the same one that all the big leaders had in Herbalife. I told you, I ride here for the money, but this is nothing wrong. If you're here for this, if you are riding Herbalife for money because you need it, well, nothing wrong with that. Okay. Because the product works, the market is in front of us, and you can make, of course, very well with this. So I mean, when I see people say, I do because I want to help people to have a better nutrition. That's okay. That's wonderful. Okay. But if you're here for your financial thing, okay, for your money, you want to make money. When you make a lot of money, it's because automatically there are a lot of people through you and through your organization, they're changing their nutritional habits. You understand? Okay, very well. Yeah, there are many people that are here for the product, but they then have to become distributor. All right. So when I met Herbalife, I need to urgently, money. Honestly, I realized that the time, if I want to step in Herbalife and want to stay in my lifestyle, I already know that I was needing to make 100,000 per year. So what I did, I listened Mark Hughes training once in Milan, and he said one very smart thing, very important thing, and this stick in my mind. This business works better if it's fast. I say, yes, of course. Otherwise, looks like other business. If I have just to sell product, they pay me for hour, because if I don't sell product, I don't get money. But if I build organization and I share opportunity, I will get paid also for other people hours. So I knew that I need 100,000 per year, and that's why I say, okay, you see another important thing. Work the first 2-3 years like a crazy, and you will get paid very well for the next 10 years. And he was right. So that's what I did. So I started, and first month I commit myself to become supervisor. How? I bought my quantity. Why? I bought my 4,000 volume point. Why? Because I didn't have time. I told you before, I was working 14 hours a day in my company. I had 60 employees, 108 shops in franchising formula. Let me tell you, I was stressed. I didn't have any time, any idea how to do it. But I say, if I want to make a sale, I don't want to make sale making 25. I want to make the sale making, I want to do the sale making the double by 50%. And if I put people in my organization and I'm not supervisor, honestly, I'm not making money on that. So I'm doing a job, putting people in my organization, I don't get money. That's not nice. So if I'm a supervisor and I bring people in my organization, I'm gonna make wholesales. I'm gonna make royalties. I'm gonna make bonuses. You understand that? So that's what I did, working like a crazy. Let me tell you, I say work hard. Work hard. First 8 months, I qualified Get Team. And that time in Italy, we had only 3 products, only Formula One, multi-fiber, and thermogenics tea, 100 grams. Let me tell you one peculiar thing. We had 3 flavor Formula One: strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. But the problem was that there was not a parceling distribution. If you want one Formula One chocolate, you had to buy a box with 10 can Formula One chocolate inside. So maybe you had chocolate and vanilla, and what the next customer wants, strawberry. You don't have it. So to serve supply the strawberry, you had to buy 10 can in one box of that flavor. So things changed. So when I arrived, when the volumes arrived to my home, let me tell you, there was a lot of boxes, lots of, and I say, wow, I really got to move. And honestly, all my 4,000 volume point, they was out in the first 90 days, right away, my personal sale. But right away, after that supervisor workshop, I start to put people like crazy in my organization. So 8 months with the team, I qualified get team. Then in that time, we didn't have the 2.5K, but I reached that position in the first 13 months. There was a big work on the back. I tell you, you need to do this kind of work to change your financial future. Then in the first 18 months, I went to the million team, and in 2 years to the 7.K position, 7.5K position. Then the press team arrived in the first. I was 12 years ago, and got already 2 years in 15K, always to the 20K. So I mean, we keep on action after long time. All right. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about how this can happen. Okay. Maybe it gonna be is interesting for you. Okay. Let's start from here. To build a stable business. Okay. I don't know what mean when the people say sustainable business. Well, sustainable business for me, it's a stable business, first of all. So, and the only way you can do it is working and growing your royalties. No matter, we don't have other formula. Okay. So to grow, to have this stable business and grow your royalties, you have to spend time recruiting, because people spend time in selling product. That's fine, that's great. But we need to spend time on recruiting, because when we spend more time on a specific action, we become, we become expert. It's become easier to do that action. So recruiting, it's a specific action, and we need to spend time on recruiting. So, in my opinion, we need to, that's what I push myself to do every single month, to have one new distributor per week. Wait a second. Stop to take notes. Follow me. A real first line is somebody else that arrive and get and become your first line because it's looking for business. Okay? Because when people arrive for product and take the ID for discount, that's another way. It will become a supervisor, yes, but you have to apply differently. Okay? You cannot talk with the people interested to product as you will talk with people interested to business. I'm talking in this way because that's happened to me. All right? Okay. So then you do also your 3-4 new customers per week. You want to do more? Wonderful. Maybe you have your internet things the works. Fantastic. All right? Wonderful. But my main goal is qualify a new supervisor that qualify other supervisor. Okay? Because I want to build every single month new line of royalties. Okay? And if I have a supervisor, new line, building royalties, it means one important thing. They are recruiting new people and they are having new customer. Okay? If you want to have more customer,
Hello guys, I don't know what happened. Today is one of those days. Things are playing up, but just be patient for a moment. I don't know if we can put some music on the meantime. While we get going again, I'll just repeat one of the biggest lessons I learned when I went to my very first extravaganza. I'll never forget it. There was Mark Hughes, like really tall, really well dressed. And he said, "You guys want to know how to build a really successful business?" Yeah. I said, "Okay, rule number 1, it's the no problem attitude." And then he said, "Everybody with your right hand, go like this." So everyone listening to me now, with your right hand, go like this. And then he said, "You go like this when something goes wrong in your life, wherever it is, an unexpected circumstance, whatever, or a customer that doesn't want to continue, or a distributor that drops the business, or whatever, you go like this, no problem." And then you go, fantastic. You focus on the solution. And you know, it might seem strange to some of you, maybe if you haven't heard this before, but it really works. I still do it today. When something goes wrong, whether it's in my life, in my family life, in my business life, whatever it is, I just stop and I say, "Alf, remember Mark Hughes? No problem." And it really sets me on a new direction. It helps me get on with it. Okay? So, you know, right now... Oh, there you are.
Sorry.
Antonio.
Fell down. Sorry, guys.
Okay, no problem. No problema.
Guys,
Fantastic.
so this is what I mean. It's a testimony that we are live. It's not
exactly. We did it on purpose to show that we are live. We're not, you know.
Okay.
Okay, get on. That's fine. Great.
Okay, I'm just going to close. Okay. So, can you see this? Yes. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's go back to our supervisor workshop. So how would your production every single month, it's you can make it your 2,500, your 3,000, or your 10,000, doesn't mind. First of all, you need a new customer. Okay, you need a new customer. Second part of your personal volume, it's also your personal use. Hey, let me tell you one thing, and this is not just because I want to say, in my family, we are 4 people, okay? We use 1,200 volume points per month, okay? So personal use, it's one of the base volume to develop, because if you do for yourself, also your organization will do. So you're gonna You know what are my best customer I have in the last 25, 27 years? My distributor. They are also customer, first of all. So third part, it's a long-term customer. It means that we are able to have a people, then maybe they will not do the business. A long-term customer for me are also all those distributors. They don't do really the business, but they use the product like crazy. Then the fourth part is the distributor volume. I mean, all those people, they buy at 25, 35 or 42%. Okay. And then the fifth part is the volume for used by people, they qualify supervisors. So volume for new supervisor. Okay. This is kind of a volume that for sure it's a volume that lets you grow. Okay. It's not just customer. That's okay. But you need also distributor with volume and distributor with volume accumulating and qualifying supervisor. All right. Now, there's a very, very old, let's say, number to show, because we be applied with this many times. Okay, me especially. So sorry, it's in Italian. I'm gonna translate. First point is you gotta talk with everybody. Okay, everybody. And in this case, I'm talking about to recruit. Then second point, you have to contact people for business. And then third point, you have to invite them to the business. Okay. Now, if you talk with 5 people a day, okay, for five people a day, you're gonna make, you know, so 5 people a day means multiply 30. You're gonna make, of course, 5 new distributors. And if you're gonna make 5 new distributors, your personal volume point will be 5,000, around there, with the composition I showed you before. You talk with 10 a day, 10 new distributors, and go for the 10,000 volume point. And let me tell you one important thing. Every time I changed PIN, I went for the 10 people a day. Talk about business, okay? It helped me always to be, you know, able to enlarge my first line and also my royalties. Okay. Now, just to closing my training, hope this can help you. This is my payoff: fish and promote. I don't remember if it was Mark or Jim. They used to say, we are not hunters as a business. We're not shooting things, you know, but we are we are fishing, and we have to learn how to do it. But fishing needs also to be passion, right? To give you time, to insist, to try again, one more time. And the other important thing that also our good friend Alan Lorenz teached us many times in his trainings is the art of promotion. You have to start to promote everything. You promote the product, you promote the business, you have to promote the opportunity and the next event. But first of all, let me promote you the next level, because If you are a supervisor today, the next level really you have to look for, it's active work team. You know why? Because if you look straight to the active work team, for sure you will be work team. But active work team means that you already building also your organization, start to have some royalties. And by the way, you're gonna have the $500 bonus. And don't forget one important thing, all of us, including me, we qualify twice a year active work team, because otherwise you cannot even get qualified to anything, any promotion of this incredible company. So let me close. I'm almost finished. I hope that you took some notes that can help you. I really apologize for my English. Next time I will do in Spanish, if you like, will be better. Italian will be great. So it will be a challenge for you. And Jim Moron say, if for each language you're gonna learn, you're gonna make 1 million extra. He was right. Okay. So Alfred, I pass you again the microphone. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, Antonio, really thank you very much, and really fantastic words there.
Oh man.
Let's give Antonio a really well-deserved thank you, a warm thank you from everybody. Make a noise, make a sound if you can.
Yo.
Wave your hands. Everybody, fantastic. Antonio, that was fantastic. The basics. And it's interesting because the more I hear these different speakers that we're bringing onto our fantastic support system, the more I realize that more or less, we're all saying the same thing. You know, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but this is the simplest business in the world.
But that's true, Alfred, really.
Yeah, I mean, you know what you were doing as an entrepreneur. You were really killing yourself to make it happen. And then how would you compare that with what you got now? The lifestyle, the freedom.
Yeah, we know this. We've been through many challenges. We've been through many difficult time, but we had the most beautiful time from that. And I don't want to forget one important thing for everybody here, because everybody here is in EMEA area. The extravaganza we're going to have in Barcelona on September again. Oh man, we got qualified for that, because there's no room for everybody. Can you believe that? When we start, we was just few people in the room in the extravaganza, and now today we are, we need to be qualified with the volume to be there, but gonna be amazing, ladies and gentlemen, in Barcelona, in this beautiful, atmosphere.
My city.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have a fun. I mean, the best extravaganza has been always in Barcelona. That's for sure.
Of course. And you know why? You know why this extravaganza is going to be the best ever? You know why, guys? Because you are going to be there. That's why.
Definitely.
And, Antonio's already working on his plan to have as many people at the extravaganza. And I encourage everybody to focus on that big event. Obviously, all of you that are not in the region, maybe South America, North America, or any in the Asia Pacific region, you obviously have your own regional extravaganza, so focus on that one. So once again, Antonio, really thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure everybody feels exactly the same.
My pleasure. Alfred, let me tell you just one thing to the supervisor, the new supervisor. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, talk clearly in your family, because the first area, the first place, it's your family. If they want to follow, that's great. If they don't want it, no problem. You know how many people in my entire family, they follow me? 0. It's my problem. No, it's their problem. I told them, please tell them, look, I go for this way. You can do two things. Come with me or don't be my obstacle. Okay? I love you, but I gotta do this. It's up to you. Please don't forget this. Right? Thank you. Sorry, Alfred, but it was very important to.
No, absolutely. I mean, we could carry on listening to you as long as you like, my friend.
Come
Not
on.
a problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, once again, thank you, Antonio Lanni from Italy. Wonderful. Right. So,
Excellent too. Wow. Bye.
yes, yes.
Bye.
Bye, Antonio. Thank you.
Alfred. Ciao.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
So, just on closing here, a few things that are very, very important. Obviously, fantastic workshop here. I'm hoping you took some very good notes. And of course, this is all part of teamwork because these things don't just happen. You know, they have to be made to happen. And I mentioned at the opening that a group of presidents team, we got together and we started thinking, what can we do? And then we came up with this idea, but it was really myself and Angela that really went to work on putting it together. So Angela over in Windsor, thank you, madam, thank you. We also want to thank Elizabeth in Monaco, Kevin in Milano, and Christian in Vienna. They are making this thing happen. And look, we had some challenges at the opening, but it's interesting this morning when I was sort of preparing this workshop, I like to go into the woods and walk, and while I'm walking in the woods, I talk to myself. And all of a sudden, I find this little sign in the woods in the middle of nowhere that said something that I wrote down because I wanted to share it with you, which is very appropriate. It says, if the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Why is this important? Right now in Europe, we are going through some challenges, and we want to send our love to all our supervisors in Ukraine. But we also want to send our love to all of our Russian supervisors because this is no fault of their own. They are struggling with their businesses. But let me tell you, the company is doing everything possible to support every single distributor in these regions. So you need to know that, you know, you are at the right place. This is the right company. And if you build deep roots in your business, what Antonio was talking about, building an organization, that's why these supervisor workshops are so important. And I remember my very first supervisor workshop. That's where I understood that I was going to really have a chance to build a successful business. So you are a supervisor, you are here. So once again, congratulations. But now the question is, how many supervisors are you going to have for the next supervisor workshop? Did you enjoy this supervisor workshop? Do you want to know when is the next supervisor workshop? Okay. So the next supervisor workshop, we're going to postpone it to May. It's going to be on the 5th of May. Why? Two big reasons. Number one is we have at the beginning of April, from the 5th till the 8th or the 9th, we have the honors. This is the global event that usually we do in Los Angeles. This year is going to be virtual, hopefully for the last time. And that's for all the Mark Hughes bonus winners and all the qualifiers to that highest level event that we do once a year to recognize all the top producers globally. All right. So that's one reason. And the second reason is because we will have the Easter holidays. So we thought we'll postpone it till the 5th of March. And very soon you'll get the flyer with the next speaker. And if you really enjoyed this today, you haven't seen anything yet because it's going to be even better. And that's because you're going to be there with more supervisors in your team. And that's the interesting part. The supervisor schools, more or less, are always the same. And that's the beauty of this business. What makes the difference is not the supervisor school itself. Yes, of course, I'm sure you got that. Did you get value from this school today? Definitely. All right. But the key to these supervisor schools is how many people, new supervisors, do you have with you because that's what Antonio was talking about, the duplication. The duplication, that's how you build your business. Now, to compensate for the lag time between this workshop and the next one, if you really enjoyed this session today, the good news is that as soon as the recording of this workshop is ready, which will be a matter of hours, possibly by tomorrow, we are going to provide the link of this workshop, and we will provide it for a whole week. So you'll be able to share it with your supervisors who could not be with us today. And that's a great thing, because we know we're all busy. We have all kinds of things going on in our lives, and not everybody can attend on a certain day at a certain hour. So the beauty of technology is that we can provide these recordings. And let me give you a number. How many of you attended last month's supervisor workshop with Amartad Cohen, right? Fantastic. So on the day, we had something like 375 attendees on the live session, but 3,000 people watched the recording. So start thinking, how many supervisors do you have? Where are they? And make sure that they listen to this fantastic workshop. I think I've covered absolutely everything. And, this is part, as I mentioned, of a support system. So make use of it. Make sure that you plug all your supervisors, because our commitment to you is to continue bringing the principles, the fundamentals, and the concepts for anybody, wherever they are, whatever walk of life. They can learn these simple concepts and step by step build the business. And if there was ever a time to go back to basics, it's right now. And if there was ever a time, how many of you would like to have a first line, somebody in the business world like Antonio? Well, they're out there. They're out there. There are hundreds, if not millions of them out there, waiting for somebody to tell them the story of this opportunity. You could be the one that does it, because if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. We have the best time in front of us. And like Mark Hughes used to say, we're only getting started. Just remember, be patient, treat everybody the same, and let's make it happen. So on behalf of the whole team from Lugano today, I want to thank everybody for being with us. It's been an amazing session, and I wish all of you all the best, and we see you very soon, and definitely see you sometime soon around the world in one of our Herbalife events. All right? So thank you, everybody. Have a good evening, those of you in this